The clingy behavior continues. Some of you have asked me to talk about Meghan's weird baby bump behavior, so here we go. Hey everybody, I'm Beebs Kelley. We talk about all kinds of stuff on this channel, but today we are talking about Meghan Markle and some of this weird stuff. She couldn't let go of Harry even when it was extremely inappropriate, and she couldn't let go of this bump. It looks weird because it is. She is greeting people and she keeps one hand on her tummy. That's sending a body language signal that she is not fully invested in the person she's meeting. They don't get her full attention. They don't deserve it. And she doesn't look ready to greet or focus on them. It's the exact same problem with the Markle claw, the clinginess to Harry. It's also unprofessional, and it looks weird in pictures. And that's one of the reasons why they kept advising her to stop it, was because you're getting photographed constantly when you're out and about as a royal person, so don't do stuff that ends up looking awkward in pictures. These people are not here to talk about your belly or your baby or your body, Meg. You're supposed to turn the attention on them for a second. Okay, so I have no explanation for these inconsistencies. You tell me, I'll make a poll. Do you think she had a moon bump and a surrogate, or do you think she carried the babies? I mean, I don't know. Some of these are just bizarre. I mean, camera angles are a real thing. They do have a big impact on stuff, but some of this stuff doesn't look like it's a camera angle issue, but I don't know. Obviously, growing a baby bump is a relatively slow burn, I have a Taurus baby too, born in May. He was my first, and I remember in January my belly was still fairly small, but like I did have a visible bump. It looked more like the picture here on the left from the 30th of January is more what I looked like in January, because that was when I graduated. Bumps don't ever get smaller, that's the thing. In the last weeks, it might drop where it's like sitting low, but it never shrinks. All right, October 2018 on the Australia tour, they just announced it. And Harry claims they announced it because she was showing already. Well, how silly is that? She wasn't showing to any great degree, in my opinion, whatsoever. And it was perfectly camouflaged by the many awful striped dresses that she wore on that trip. No publication would have ran a story about her belly when it hardly looked more than normal, for Christ's sakes. Now, what's especially odd is that at that time, she would have just barely been in her second month of pregnancy, still in the first trimester, and still within the time frame you usually don't announce it publicly, because the chances of miscarriage within the first 3 months is really, really high. And, I have had a miscarriage, and I didn't even have any risk factors for it. Very, very, young, healthy, no risk factors for miscarriage. So for her being, so much older to not wait is weird. So many people do believe in the surrogate idea, which does have merit, y'all. I'm just saying. And I think if the surrogate mom was entering the second trimester, like if the dates were a bit different or something, that maybe Archie would be a few weeks older than they say. I'm not sure I would go that far, but that could explain, if that were true, why the announcement was made so soon. But look in this picture, how she's arching her back forward here, pushing out her stomach, like as if she just ate too much Chipotle or something. It's just clearly on purpose, and it's weird. It's a weird thing to do, Meghan. So at the end of this video, I put the pics in order as best that I could for you to see a progression of the bump. One of the reasons why the bump cradle looks so awkward here is her very long, thin arms. She is lanky, and her arms look a bit bony. I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying, making observations about people's bodies is okay. I'm just saying she has very skinny, winny arms. She is a lanky person, and she has very long arms for her body because she's got kind of a short, square frame. So she's not looking cuddly here when she does this on account of that. My arms can barely wrap around my baby bump. I have really short arms, and I'm not a skinny, lanky type of body frame. So if I were to do that, my elbows couldn't stick out. It's also just a bit odd and out of context, unless you're doing a pregnancy photo shoot or a baby shower, unless the baby or pregnancy is the subject of the moment, I don't think it looks normal to do this pose, especially if you're at events to do a job, which she usually was supposed to be out doing a job. Also, it's clearly not comfortable for her because you can see the tension in her shoulders as she has to sort of curve them into a shrug in order to make this pose work for her. That's why it looks so strange. Outfits matter. Black is slimming, so in some pics, the outfit is going to be what makes the bump look bigger or smaller, whether it's a light colored outfit or a dark colored outfit or things of that nature. The hands under the bump, that hold, the underbump hold, looks weird compared to like this pic of Kate. You can see she's in a more normal, natural pose where you clasp your hands beneath the belly and not like actually hold the belly, rather than holding it on the underside as if you're holding it up. So that's a much more natural way to place your hands while you're pregnant, and what I would, like that's what I would do. I would either, if I were like resting my hands either on top of my belly, but it's not even comfortable, or like clasp your hands somewhere else. Plus, the cradling it while there's no bump is it's really strange. Like at that stage, you have nothing to hold on to. It just feels like chubbiness. Like it's so weird in this picture here of her holding. What is she holding? She's not holding anything. There's no bump. Daily Mail hilariously named the baby bump holds of Meghan Markle the top and toe hold, the double hand clasp, talk to the bump, the handbag shield, and the left hand touch. Seriously, if she did carry her babies though, then she's just a super duper awkward and uncoordinated type of lady, To look this odd, whether you're pregnant or not, is just, a sign of insecurity and a lack of coordination and a lack of like being comfortable with your body. It's awkward. And I'm not saying that it's wrong to be awkward. Lots of people are. It's just a sign of like, okay, maybe she's just super awkward. But it's also insecurity, obviously. I mean, if you can't stop awkwardly holding it all the time, then it's just as coming from an ego place. And if she was just proud, as Sussex Squad says, like just, oh, so proud of being pregnant, then this is what it looks like. Outfits that show it off. And just having comfortable, good posture. Not this weirdness, This is weird. Harry definitely would have been in on it. I've seen some conspiracy ideas that Harry didn't even know she was using a surrogate, but that doesn't make sense to me at all. Both her and Harry in on this, like, if there were a surrogate and baby bump moon bump situation going on, it would explain why they were so overly defensive and unreasonable about their privacy in pictures. So that would kind of explain a lot of the issues, why she acted so weird with her bump, because she was faking. For the purpose of this moment, let's believe it was a moon bump and she had a surrogate. And when we are pretending about something, people can usually tell. Like, you're self-conscious about being found out. You might, look a little more shifty or act a little more shifty and awkward. You would look uncomfortable. You would have tells, like trying to draw more attention to it than normal. And it would look unnatural. These are all things that you would see or expect with someone pretending to be pregnant versus being actually pregnant. There's also the squatting. I'm not going to get into that because it's generally thought that you can't do these squats while you're pregnant, but she does have that wider boxy frame and I do not. And I am short and she is tall. So from personal experience, I cannot do these things while I'm pregnant, but I can't say for certain that no one can accomplish it. I would have felt so strange doing this like weird top and bottom hug, or like obvious holding my belly in some weird way to try to draw attention to it. If, as I said, if it wasn't a surrogate and she actually was pregnant, then she is just super duper awkward with her body, Some people are, and it just is what it is. So leave in the comments what you think. I really look forward to a very spicy comment section from you guys about this. And I'm going to put these all in order as the best I can at the end of the video, so be sure to stick around for that slideshow. Please do like the video if you did. I hope that you enjoyed it today. And don't forget to share, subscribe, hit the bell icon. All those types of things help my channel grow and be able to grow this community a little bit more for us all to enjoy. All right, that's it. Have a happy day, everybody. I'll see you next time.